Welcome to Waco, Texas, home of the Baylor Bears and McLean Stadium. Boats lining the brasses as the Baylor line is ready to welcome the Bears onto the field. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Iowa State Cyclones, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Cyclones will put total leather and will get started. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. So the Baylor Bears offense takes the field to start this game off. And this big fella can beat you in a number of different ways in the passing game, David.
Yeah, so much fun to have a guy that I can rely on that can beat. Man-to-man coverage. This guy's the ultimate weapon.
And I love that this guy has an awesome catch radius. You don't have to be perfect as a quarterback when you throw to him. He can make you look good.
The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Grabbed over the middle. It's key. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the...
And they Get him down for the sack.
And don't get it twisted. A big part of this team's formula for success. After the quarterback. In their last game, they had 6 sacks, won the game. They know they've got to be able to get after the QB, and this one put some pressure on them. They're already off to a great start.
Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon. You're seeing that here early.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Wide open downfield. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. And the Bears are flying down the field. Here we go. Looking to move it through the air. Fires on the move. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the left side. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that 1st down on that one.
He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Leaves it with the back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. To the air. It's Hendricks. Right down the middle. Got his man. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. The Cyclones come to the line with a new set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the 1st down.
Personal foul. Unnecessary defense.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. This offense has a 2nd down play. They'll leave it with the lone back. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Iowa State.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
About to kick it away after scoring a touchdown. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right starting the season off today.
Yeah, I mean, to make your dreams come true, it starts one game at a time, the old cliche. But the Big 12, year in and year out, so many different teams that can beat you, so many different teams that can put points up on the scoreboard. Got to start fast in Big 12 play.
Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollack.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. At midfield, he's got room. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
And now on 1st down after converting with the run. He's going to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. And the Cyclones have pushed it inside the 20. Now they'll run the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Throws to the wideout. He makes the catch. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. Trying to punch it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around for the football.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cyclones!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup. South Carolina was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Gamecocks performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Blasted as he lets it go. Got the quick pass. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Fires to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
It's a fumble. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. The problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. The give on the inside. At the 45 on his way. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough for this running back.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the first half. This is a good start.
Quickly complete.
Well, this tight end, he's got size, and he's got some athleticism. He's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. He now has 80 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Getting some heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After misfiring, it's 2nd down. To the air, it's Hendricks. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Man, you know, you always look back in games at single plays that turn the tide. With this defense now trailing by 2 possessions, if they could have just caught the ball and gotten that pick, that potentially changes everything in this game. That was a missed opportunity.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Just beautiful, and that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to trot off over to the bench and wait for your turn to get another shot.
Finds his big tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Iowa State. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Caught on the outside, it's Key. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. He knew the heat was coming. He had to get rid of it in a hurry, and he did so beautifully.
Perfectly. I don't need a big gain. I don't need to hold on to this football because the longer I hold on to it with the blitz coming, the worse things are going to happen. I just need a few yards for the 1st down, get it out of my hand, get the 1st down.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Finds his back in the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. The Bears want to pick up the tempo. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. A little release to the back. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss. He can...
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away and hoping that'll be the final points of this 1st half. And they desperately wanted... but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They've got time. They've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no...
He's taking the shot. It's complete. A huge pickup. He's loose down the middle. Touchdown, Cyclones. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Wants to throw on 1st down. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Catch in the middle. It's Diaz. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Waco. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football.
And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. First down here for the offense. Going to the run to start this second half. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's Hendricks. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Complete in the middle. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. The Cyclones come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now on the option. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, going up top. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. And the Cyclones are rolling down the field. They go to the ground. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Looking to move it through the air. Fires toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection. Looking to make a big play there.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Here's a quick throw out to the left.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding their football?
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Hendricks. They're trying to get to him. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. USC went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters in that 4th quarter. Total destruction by the Trojans in a statement win if there ever was one. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, the inside give. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Quickly complete. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his position.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Third and short from the 49. Is this four-down territory?
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. The Bears are in the red zone. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
He'll throw on 3rd down. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown Bears! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football.
He lofts one down the sideline. Snags it on the right. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. You get a play like that, and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Maybe that stop shows this defense is tightening up, especially in the run game. The offense, frankly, they've been able to do whatever they want to do. They're just handing the ball off. This guy's having success left and right. No sir, no mas, get it together.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Dropping back, it's Hendricks. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Wants to throw on second down. Pressure coming. He's got his man. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On fourth down, looking for the completion. This time he's got his man. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. And the Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done it great.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
And how about the complimentary football? This defense getting another sack. They've already got an interception. Offense has played great. Both sides of the football together dominating this football game.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure. They're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs. Offense set on first down. They'll give it to the back. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
This offense is in no hurry, right? Control the clock is priority number one. I'm going to run the football. I got the lead. I already got great field position, but I'm not interested in scoring right away. I got to make sure I watch that play clock tick down, maximize those seconds, and keep being physical with the run game.
He's piled up 97 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Touchdown, Iowa State! And the pummeling has started. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0. And he knocked that one right down the middle. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
38, Baylor, 10.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
You know, it doesn't matter how talented you are as a quarterback, how accurate you are, how athletic you are. If you're on your back most of the day, it's going to be very hard to win the game. That's been the case for this guy here today. He's been under pressure. He hasn't been in rhythm. He's thrown an interception. This has just not gone his way.
They say pressure bust pipes. This quarterback can attest to that. Goodness gracious. They're getting after him all day. There's a reason they're behind. Pressure the quarterback goes a long way to getting the W.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the pass hits, picked off.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Give to the running back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting push and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll go to the ground. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Typically, you only see this at the end of the game or end of a half. I'm not really sure why we're getting an early peek at victory formation. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Already 1 for 1 on field goals today. He'll try to make it 2 for 2 from 22. It's good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Oregon pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Veni, Vidi, Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. And that's precisely what the Ducks did. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. On second down, they'll take to the air. Coming after him. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
The Bears will send out the punt unit.
On to kick it away.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. And after this play, the cake will be baked. They think there's room to run to the right here. And on that short gain, that will bring us to the end of this game. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling